The following presentation is controversial and may be offensive to some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Prime time from New York. Here now, Diane Sawyer.
Good evening. Our first story is not a story about a city. It's a story about some Americans who may be sending a kind of warning to the rest of us. A warning about what can happen when bitter polarization takes over the place where you live. In this community, the rich are divided from the poor. The race is divided from each other, and it's all compounded by violence and drugs. We're talking about Detroit, once a symbol of U.S. competitive vitality, and some say still a symbol of the future, the first urban domino to fall.
It was me, James, Fat Rat, CJ, M1, M2, dope's the game that we play. Jeanette, Chris, Brian, 40, back in the days, before I got the bag from Shorty. The plug was Squirt, May, Lil J, Nino, and Nia. She was the plug for Exotic and James' ex-wife started their life of crime together. She remarried, but they still got feelings for each other. They had a daughter named Brianna. Jamie had a new baby mama. She was young and silly, keeping up a lot of drama. She wanted his attention, but he was stacking ends. She retaliated by flirting and fucking his friends. She fucked him too. Now she tryna fuck me. She's a cancer, I'm a cancer. Between the sheets it be sweet, but I'm not that punk nigga front me. That's a no-no. She couldn't fuck me, so she fucked Nino.
Detroit's cops are overwhelmed by what has become a $1 billion a year business here. In fact, some black community leaders told us that the drug industry is now the biggest employer of young black men in Detroit.
Well, it's true. Most big cities do have the same problems as Detroit, and in some cases, they're worse. Washington has more murders. L.A. has more gangs. New York has more racial violence. But you come here, and you get the feeling that this is what the end of the road looks like.
This thing of ours, it started on Santa Clara, but it moved to 7 Mile. And yeah, gangster shit make us gangsters smile. I'm living with secrets that'll kill me if I tell. When fiends like the crack pipe, it's an awful smell. Anyway, before they started trapping out of one of Jamie's homes, but wouldn't pay shit. Get it how Caesar got grown, so Jamie sent Fat Rat to the trap with a strap and no ski mask. When he saw that nigga 40, cocked it back and blast. But 09 wasn't his year, a streak of bad luck. Cause a few months later, a fiend stole his truck. Meanwhile, I'm on Chapel, made a name for myself. And fuck that petty shit. I stacks my wealth, I sell 20s and up. I ain't got no time to waste. Fiends stare into my emotions. Young dealer face, we went to see Lil J, copped a big eighth of girl. The transformation took place, now I'm in the underworld.
Detroit is bleeding. If you're young, black, and male, you're more likely to die by violence than any other cause. Last year, there were 400 children aged 17 or younger who were shot in the city. 40 were shot dead.
Like a whole generation is being wiped out. It's like they just don't care about life. It's nothing to take a life.
Gloria G's son lost his life last April. Police sources think a drug hit team shot him by mistake. Quentin G was 19.
When I visit the cemetery, what can I do? Why is he there? He doesn't even know why he's there. He even asked the question, why did anybody want to shoot me?
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Crisis. Chris Mecca.
Tony Montana, I was Michael Corleone. My plug put me on and now I'm moving half zones. For the bloody drug war, boost to blame, him or me? Or is it just another Detroit gangster story? Fuck Tony Montana, I was Michael Corleone. My blood put me on and now I'm moving half zones. For the bloody drug war, who's to blame, him or me? Or is it just another Detroit gangster story? Fuck Scarface, I watched The Godfather, and if I got a chance I'd be the Black Godfather. That's right. I liked it so much I read the book and visualized myself playing the part of a crook, righteous and religious, standing in a church while my enemy get killed cause my goons do dirt. I sing Godfather 1 and 2 at least 100 times. If I can't get it the right way, I'll take what's mine. Lawrence Fishburne and Hoodlum as Bun-B Johnson, paid in full, ASAP powder like Johnson & Johnson. I was so caught up, didn't know at the time these crime dramas I love was poison in my young mind. I was young and silly, immature mentality, trying to focus on reality, but living in a whole nother galaxy. I didn't know how, when, where, but I was gonna be in the life and ruled by the sword, the gun, and the knife. Fuck Tony Montana, I was Michael Corleone. My plug put me on and now I'm moving half zones. For the bloody drug war, who's to blame, him or me? Or is it just another Detroit gangster story? Fuck Tony Montana, I was Michael Corleone. My blood put me on and now I'm moving half zones. For the bloody drug war, who's to blame, him or me? Or is it just another Detroit gangster story? I graduated from North and then I went to Central Michigan, but I didn't like it, I just wasn't fitting in. But dropped out of college, nah, my moms was too strict, so I enrolled in Wayne County Community College District. I met the plug in class, but he was a nobody then. We had a lot in common and we became friends. 34 at the time, far from an old cat, but he showed me streets where the big dealers drove at. He told me stories of Showboat and Stony Road, rockin' Reg, cashing out on the showroom floor. Demetris Holloway, the true Black Don, Butch Jones, Curry Brothers, Sean, on the real, fuck being a 80s baby. It was niggas from the 70s that made the 80s. He knew the game too well, it was only a matter of time. He'd be back in the streets ballin' hard. Showtime! Fuck Tony Montana, I was Michael Corleone. My plug put me on and now I'm moving half zones. For the bloody drug war, who's to blame, him or me? Or is it just another Detroit gangster story? Fuck Tony Montana, I was Michael Corleone. My blood put me on and now I'm moving half zones. For the bloody drug war, who's to blame, him or me? Or is it just another Detroit gangster story? He set up shop with white girl on Santa Clara and Trinity, but I was new to the game, not ready to lose my virginity. And he was riding around and getting it in a blue nitro on the streets of Old Redford and Brightmont. The very next year he moved to 8 Mile and Burgess, and yo, that's when I gave into all my criminal urges. Started off with Regos, 112 grams and extra shrimp, Vicodin 750 milligrams. Me and moms were getting along, we kept on arguing, so I left and moved into the Chapel Court apartments, just a few blocks away from 7 and Lash. Now I'm at the table and I'm hungry for that cash. By then he was on 7 Mile, he had a new ride, a black Lincoln Mark 8 on 20-inch tires. I had it all figured out, my plan couldn't fail, till the motherfucker started playing games with the scale. Fuck Tony Montana, I was Michael Corleone. My plug put me on and now I'm moving half zones. For the bloody drug war, who's to blame, him or me? Or is it just another Detroit gangster story? Fuck Tony Montana, I was Michael Corleone. My blood put me on and now I'm moving half zones. For the bloody drug war, who's to blame, him or me? Or is it just another Detroit gangster story?
Why are more African American males in jail than in college? Why are 3 out of 4 households single parent, no man around? Why do all these rappers think they're gangsters? Huh? I mean, the names they call themselves. Gotti, Murder Inc., Death Row, C. Murder, Capone, Scarface. And they can call themselves all the Gambinos, Genoveses, Lucchese's they want. They'll never be us. Why aspire to be us? You think I want my nephews in this kind of business? And what with all the high-tech surveillance, witness protection program, heavy prison sentences? It's not the same, this way of life.
Nigga, don't believe that song that niggas wrote. Gangsters don't live that long. Once upon a time in the Detroit city, there was a young big shot with knots 150s. He was known for whipping fancy cars and stacking ends. Matter of fact, his casket looked like a Mercedes Benz. He laundered his money through car washes and hair salons. Far from low budget, the dope game upper echelon. Boss of all bosses, creme de la creme. Top dope man in Detroit, that was him. If you had problems, his goons would definitely solve them. And fuck 28, he dealt thousands, now that's volume. Half his truth, he hits the other move, packs and things. And if he had to, you know he made them rap and bang. Living lavish and niggas was hating. Made enough enemies to fill up Tiger Stadium. Gunfights, broad daylight, room 307, cyanide grapes, that's where they killed him.
They shot him in his face.
Live fast, die young, make a pretty corpse. While you living, have fun, cause when you're dead, you're dead. My niggas is on the match. We out here chasing cash, living violence. We keeping it balanced. Some way we get this done. We gon' that this fucking dope game is a curse. There was another nigga who ran with my mans from the first verse. Served 5 years for burglary and possession with intent. If a fly landed on him, they had to pay rent. Extensive operation, multi-millions. To hide his dirty money, he bought apartment buildings, opened 3 stores and bought real estate way down in Alabama. Pretty good for a nigga who did time up in the slammer. Flaunting his money. And to prove that he made it, he took weekend trips to Atlantic City, shit, and even Las Vegas. They killed his best friend, a few was on and was going down. And to prepare for war, he was forced to go underground. The motherfucking streets was yapping, and so he decided to fake his own kidnapping. Patience and perseverance, several months he maintained his disappearance while still getting money and still pistol gripping. But they caught him slipping eventually. A violent death in the dope game is meant to be. The battle raged as the tension got thicker. Broadway city slicker, he was spinning that bread. That's where they got him. Shot him twice. Back of his head, back of his head, back of his head, back of his head.
Look, man, I do what I can do to help y'all. But the game is out there, and it's either play or get played.
My niggas is on the match. We out here chasing cash, living violence. We're keeping the balance. Oh, niggas keep spreading hoes. Somehow, some way, we get this dough. We gon' handle it. I said we gon' handle it.
Safest way you can, but it ain't about no hiding forever. You heard? And frankly, you've been in it as long as me. Do the thing on your name.
Were here in America today, he wouldn't be going to the white man. The white man is the oppressor. He would be going to the oppressed. He would be going to the lowly. He would be going to the rejected and the despised. To have once been a criminal is no disgrace. To remain a criminal is the disgrace. I formerly was a criminal. I formerly was in prison. I'm not ashamed of that. You never can use that over my head. I went to prison because I trusted men like Sam Yorty. I went to prison following the philosophy of men like Sam Yorty. But since I've been following the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I have been reformed. That's more than Sam Yorty and Chief Parker and all these other white politicians have been able to do with the inmates in the prisons of this state.
Yeah, the sport life. I ain't courtside. Success is the best revenge. But is it crazy to seek revenge on those who have already found themselves in the gutter because of bad choices that they made? I don't know. When faced with poverty on one side and ignorance on the other side, we exploit those closest to us. Yep.
Twilight, get money, won't let you take it from me. Too intelligent to let you niggas play me like a dummy. If you take what's mine, I'll take what's yours. Life is not a game, but I still keep score. Twilight, get money, won't let you take it from me. Too intelligent to let you niggas play me like a dummy. If you take what's mine, I'll take what's yours. Life is not a game, but I still keep score.
It goes Lasher, Shiwasi, Telegraph. No, man, I ain't in class, but I'm doing math. 28 grams divided by 6 pence. Been up 48 hours. I have no strength, but fuck going to sleep. I got 46 rocks. When I bag them all up, I sell them for 50 a pop. 28 grams, 36 ounces. Nigga, what? And the Pyrex, they bounce like Beyonce. But I'm trying to get plugged in with the 212 boys. I'm trying to get a silence. This Glock is making too much noise. Like Eric and Parrish, I know how to make them dollars. All my bills is paid. I'm never hiding from problems.
Twilight, get money, won't let you take it from me. Too intelligent to let you niggas play me like a dummy. If you take what's mine, I'll take what's yours. Life is not a game, but I still keep score. Twilight, get money, won't let you take it from me. Too intelligent to let you niggas play me like a dummy. If you take what's mine, I'll take what's yours. Life is not a game, but I still keep score.
Now dig this, I grew up on Schoolcraft and Myers. Then I seen a nigga Jamie on 20-inch tires. He said, Twilight, follow me. See this money? You can make it. Oh, your bitch playing games? Nigga, you don't have to take that. We left Jay's Cafe. That's where he be hanging at. Then he offered me a zone of crack so I could start slanging that. He said, you ain't no hustler. I said, don't doubt it. Hold that thought, I'll think about it. Thought about it, moved to 7 Mile, determined to get dope. But niggas didn't like it, was my natural glow. I won't go into details, cause it's a goddamn shame. Drugs, money, females, but it's all in the game.
Twilight, get money, won't let you take it from me. Too intelligent to let you niggas play me like a dummy. If you take what's mine, I'll take what's yours. Life is not a game, but I still keep score. Twilight, get money, won't let you take it from me. Too intelligent to let you niggas play me like a dummy. If you take what's mine, I'll take what's yours. Life is not a game, but I still keep score.
I look good, I smell good, I make sense when I talk. You can tell I'm a street player from the way that I walk. But I'm a quiet man, and I don't like violence. I never use a pistol unless it's silent. 80 ounces, have some cuties, I break them all up. Trap all day, go tear them all up. I don't do dirt, nigga, I do deals. I get money and pay other niggas to kill. Once I open up contract, everybody gon' bleed. And when I write my life story, everybody gon' read. Basic instinct, I got more stones to share on. I need money, like a fiend need heroin.
Twilight, get money, won't let you take it from me. Too intelligent to let you niggas play me like a dummy. If you take what's mine, I'll take what's yours. Life is not a game, but I still keep score. Twilight, get money, won't let you take it from me. Too intelligent to let you niggas play me like a dummy. If you take what's mine, I'll take what's yours. Life is not a game, but I still keep score.
Police in Detroit arrested an 87-year-old man with 228 pounds of cocaine in his car. Woo! Police began suspicion when they noticed he was doing 26 in a 25-mile-an-hour zone. Hey, man.
This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
Where you been all night, huh? Okay. So you're a man now. You gonna sell dope, huh? Now you think that makes you a man? Boy, are you crazy? I done my best by you. I done tried. No child of mine is gonna sell dope. You hear me? I ain't sitting up in here waiting to hear that you done got killed.
God damn, my mama about to drive me crazy, cutting me down,
like where you going?
Lazy, like stormed out the house. Now she's screaming my name, but I can't hear her. I'm too busy pursuing the game. I'm a straight ride, I won't deny it. I can't hide, so I decided to move to 7 Mile and Gettin, close to James Trap House, a master plan for making grants. He had it mapped out, started off fastest driver, hoping to be a G-star, riding around with dope and guns up in my car. If you open my trunk, you would've saw AK, plus a half a brick Jamie got from Lil J. Live by the gun, die by the gun. I used to be a bum till I got a 6-month run. I wanna be carefree and not a worry in the world, but that's an unlikely possibility in Detroit's underworld. See, this game is funny, that's my shit, so you need to know I'm careful when you run this game. This game is funny, that's my shit, so you need to know rules when you run this game. The game is funny, that's my shit, so you need to be careful when you run this game. This game is funny, that's my shit, so you need to be careful when you run this game. I got used to my surroundings and I started working, still learning the game. My first time twerking, half an ounce of crack, no clientele. If I got my dope from him, he said he would front the clientele. Bills piling up, I'm fresh as hell. Got dope, but I'm still broke and I'm not doing well. September 19th, it was hot and sticky. Lil Mama showed up and sold him a script of Vicky's. The day before, that's when I told Mickey, if he want an in-house dope man, he should pick me. The shit was funny, did this shit right here. Jamie tried to make me think that it was his idea, but the idea was all mine. About to set up shop on 7 Mile in Woodbine, a block from Teller. My number's about to be hell. Jamie ain't no good, and if I got a chance to cross him, I knew that I would. See, this game you think it's funny, that's my shit, so you need to know I'm careful when you run this game. This game you think it's funny, that's my shit, so you need to know rules when you run this game. The game you think is funny, that's my shit, so you need to be careful when you run this game. This game is funny, that's my shit, so you need to know careful when you run this game. Started boosting stores with E, I started moving weight. Chase was a whore and I drove her to her dates. Flag on the plate, wait nigga, time out. Jamie tricked off with Chase and thought I wouldn't find out, but I'm laughing. I get money every time she turn a trick. Got thousands and I ain't never gave her no dick. This beef we got, Jamie, oh yeah, you started it, trying to get her to sell dope out of my apartment. It cut me out the profits, money out my pocket. This nigga think he slick, but he needs to stop it. M1 showed up to Woodbine like it was his spot on some reckless bullshit. Now my trap house hot, I had enough, and the decision was easy. I ski masked up and I went and took Jamie's TV off his wall. Yeah, I took it off, put a price tag on it, and I got it off. See, this game you think it's funny, that's my shit, so you need to know I'm careful when you run this game. This game you think it's funny, that's my shit, so you need to know rules when you run this game. The game you think it's funny, that's my shit, so you need to be careful when you run this game. This game you think it's funny, that's my shit, so you need to be careful when you run this game.
What's up? This is Twilight. After the beat, leave it.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Look, why don't you give me a call, man? Plan phone tag, text message, bullshit, man. Just call. I ain't got no problems with you. But if you got a problem with me, we can make it a problem. So just call me, man. We ain't got to go back and forth. You still my nigga. I still got love for you. But call me. We in this bullshit, man. Call me.
Johnny Juliano.
Yeah, just another Detroit gangster story. Admit it, you don't wanna give me credit. I played nigga before and I will never forget it. I seen it all, done it all, in my life on full blast. Yeah, I'm gangster story, still get cash. You don't wanna admit it, you don't wanna give me credit. I played the fool before and I will never forget it. I seen it all, done it all, in my life on full blast. Yeah, I'm hated, but I'm still getting cash. Like Phil Collins, I can feel it in the air. Tell my shooters not to kill you, but put you in a wheelchair. That's what you get for living by the sword, the gun, and the knife. By the time it's said and done, you'll take your own life. November 5th, 2009, the first time I got caught. But I swear on all I love, it wasn't my fault. Fuck the bullshit, I was trying to get paid, but a snitch set me up to get popped in a drug raid. Detroit's underworld, I was a part of it, but then I fell off and endured 3 years of hardship. Being broke was the worst, I ain't gonna lie, I hated it, but I got back right and now I appreciate it. Use my student loans to put myself back on. Broke a big apart and sold it zone by zone. Oh, we can do business if you're talking that drug shit. Don't hate your enemies, it clouds your judgment. You don't wanna admit it, you don't wanna give me credit. I played the fool before and I will never forget it. I seen it all, done it all, in my life on full blast. Yeah, I'm people's most hated, but I'm still getting cash. You don't wanna admit it, you don't wanna give me credit. I played the fool before and I will never forget it. I seen it all, done it all, in my life on full blast. Yeah, I'm people's most hated, but I'm still getting cash. 7 miles, 7 second house. The connect was getting money, but he was beating his spouse. James would talk about how he wanted to murder this nigga named Chris, who stole half his client's hair. And he was pissed, but it's all talk. He ain't make them ratchets bang. So 6 months later, I did the same thing. I'm riding around, I'm getting no partnership, no split. You niggas know what I'm about. Large amounts in my bank accounts, and I'm everything that I say I am. I really do be thugging, but you wanna take me home to meet your mom and make me your husband? Passive aggressive, that's how cancers be. But if I ask you a question, you better answer me. August 23 to September 22. If you was born in between, I'll never trust you. Motherfucker, I ain't playing, I really don't trust Virgos. I might do business with them, but that's as far as it goes. You don't wanna admit it, you don't wanna give me credit. I played the fool before and I will never forget it. I seen it all, done it all, in my life on full blast. Yeah, I'm people's most hated, but I'm still getting cash. You don't wanna admit it, you don't wanna give me credit. I played the fool before and I will never forget it. I seen it all, done it all, in my life on full blast. Yeah, I'm people's most hated, but I'm still getting cash. I get money, and niggas hate me in this section, so I roll with a crew of goons with guns for protection. Machine gun funk, serving powder with chunk. That's right. Competition wind up stinking up the back of my trunk. Started off as a flunky for a coke snorting junkie. Started plotting on that motherfucker, cause he tried to pump that. I would say I'm sorry, but nah, I'm not. You motherfuckers have, and we have not. So we ran up in your spot soon as you went out of town, and made all your workers get on the ground. God, I need a miracle desperately. It's a cold world, heat so separately. 200 short of a G, a big short of a key. When the money get low, we resort to robbery. I couldn't get the American dream, the American way, so I'm on the mash, the old-fashioned way. You don't wanna admit it, you don't wanna give me credit. I played the fool before and I will never forget it. I seen it all, done it all, in my life on full blast. Yeah, I'm people's most hated, but I'm still getting cash. You don't wanna admit it, you don't wanna give me credit. I played the fool before and I will never forget it. I seen it all, done it all, live my life on full blast. Yeah, I'm Britain's most hated, but I'm still getting paid. I'm a Cancer, supreme gangster of the zodiac. I might go into remission, but I always come back. A hard head makes a real soft ass. I used to skip school and fall asleep in class. Mama tried to tell me, but I just wouldn't listen. Fascinated by the fancy cars and diamonds that glisten. Gangsters and pretty girls, Nikes and S-curls. The game was eating at me like a cigarette burn. I too damn anxious, couldn't wait my turn. Watching the cars, the jewelry, the hoes, the knots, that all the big time dope men they got. Oh man, I wanna be fly, move back in with mine. Shit, I'd rather die. What type of life is that for me? If I give you a big A, bring the money back to me. Can't tell me nothing, motherfucker. Stop frontin', show me dope, show me money, motherfucker. Show me something, show me something, something, nigga. I'm the first to laugh, the first to cry. Be a man out here, it's do or die. Twilight, the hustle, yeah, I trap hard. That big desert eagle, yeah, it clap hard. A true friend is hard to find. My heart passed away and now I'm led by my mind. Oh man, I gotta tell you, fake friends in the end they bound to fail you. Don't say I didn't tell you, because I just want you. So don't be alarmed when one time swarm through. Bitches, they say they love you, they'll steal for you, they'll kill for you, they'll die for you, she'll cry for you. She lied to you and getting your money or your dope is what she tried to do. Yeah.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad has stopped us from stealing, and we did steal. He stopped us from gambling, he stopped us from cheating, and he stopped us from lying. All types of evils and vices that tear upon our community, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad doesn't condemn the victim. He goes to work on the victim. He doesn't say that all of you should go to jail because you have fallen victim to the evils that white man has brought into the community. He teaches you and me the religion that God has given to him as the only cure for the evil habit the white man has brought here among us.
Tommy, all dressed up, all grown up and doing the town. Look at this.
I like this.
You're getting too big on me
Just
now.
don't go busting my balls, Billy, okay?
Hey, Tommy, if I was gonna break your balls, I'd tell you to go home and get your shine box.
No more shines, Billy.
What?
I said no more shines. Maybe you didn't hear about it. You've been away a long time. You're gonna go up there and tell you. I don't shine shoes anymore.
I'm a gangster, like motherfucking Kwame Kilpatrick. Big money, big cars, you know I got to have it. Locked down, 7 Mile, telegraph to Gratiot. Fuck the cops, I won't stop until my life is lavish. Jamie snitched on Nino, now Nino fighting the feds. Jay doing too much, you bout to wind up dead. Yeah, okay, I'll go and get my fucking shine box, but you bout to lose your life and rest inside a pine box. Nigga, you snorting all that cocaine. What you think, you Scarface? I'ma walk by your casket and spit in your face. I had a lie of faith, I used to believe in you. Now look forward to the day they'll be leaving you. Like Tony Braxton, never breathing again. Dump shots in your body, disappear in the wind. Word on the street, you spread rumors when you mention me. Cause you knew way back then I'd be the king eventually. Break bread or fake dead, lead the way or step aside. If you mess up my money, your motherfucking mouth wide. Break bread or fake dead, lead the way or step aside. If you mess up my money, your motherfucking mouth wide. Break bread or fake dead, lead the way or step aside. If you mess up my money, your motherfucking mouth wide. Break bread or fake dead, lead the way or step aside. If you mess up my money, your motherfucking mouth wide. Fuck the other side. So I'm doing me, cold and impersonal, that's how I've learned to be. Keep my ear to the street, sitting on chrome feet.
Everybody love me. I like my money so deep, but certain friends and family about to get cut off. Cause bringing me down is how they get they nut off. Unhappy with they selves, so they keep up shit. Jealous of me and all the money I get. No, I'm not blind. And yeah, I know you count. You spent up all of yours and now you're envying mine. But you can't stop fate. Destiny's fulfilled. If we wasn't so close, I would've had you killed. From pilots, jars to Goodson's bags, and of course, Mac spoons. Now I'm chartered with the state, Detroit tycoon. Starting off with a ball. Now I'm moving weight, I own 42 houses. Rent them out through Section 8. Break bread or fake dead. Lead the way or step aside. If you fuck up my money, I'll leave your fucking mouth wide. Break bread or fake dead. Lead the way or step aside. If you fuck up my money, I'll leave your fucking mouth wide. Break bread or fake dead. Lead the way or step aside. If you fuck up my money, I'll leave your fucking mouth wide. Break bread or fake dead. Lead the way or step aside. If you fuck up my money, I'll leave your fucking mouth wide. Break bread or fake dead. Lead the way or step aside. If you fuck up my money, I'll leave your fucking mouth wide. Break bread or fake dead. Lead the way or step aside. If you fuck up my money, I'll leave your fucking mouth wide. Break bread or fake dead. Lead the way or step aside. If you fuck up my money, I'll leave your fucking mouth wide. Break bread or fake dead. Lead the way or step aside. If you fuck up my money, I'll leave your fucking mouth wide.
We got 4 front companies so far, buying up all kinds of shit. A club, an apartment building, a funeral home, and a whole lot of real estate on the west side of downtown by that Howard Street corridor. Shop fronts and warehouses. The point is, he's had the projects for more than a year now, and it's a money factory. He shows no flash, no house, no car in his name, no jewelry, no clothes, just front companies and property. And political contributions.
Yeah, Powerplay, we playing Monopoly, but our cash is real, we stacking dollar bills. If it's blood on the street, buy property, you gon' fail. Winners get rich, losers go to jail. Yeah, Powerplay, we playing Monopoly, but our cash is real, we stacking dollar bills. If it's blood on the street, buy property, you gon' fail. Winners get rich, losers go to jail. Let me tell you how it's done. You see, you live by the gun, and then you find legit shit to launder all your funds. That's right. Fuck a get rich quick scheme. It's about the slow grind. Stay consistent with your product, you'll be rich in no time. Real estate, savings bonds, or play the stock market. If you wanna take a risk, look for frontier markets. The greater the risk, the greater the reward. If life is a game, money's how we keep score. Fuck cards, fuck kush, and fuck champagne. Find a nigga running for office and invest in his campaign. Control politicians, control cops. Now the city's in your hands, you can't be stopped. Yeah, Powerplay, we playing Monopoly, but our cash is real, we stacking dollar bills. If it's blood on the street, buy property, you won't fail. Winners get rich, losers go to jail. Yeah, Powerplay, we playing Monopoly, but our cash is real, we stacking dollar bills. If it's blood on the street, buy property, you won't fail. Winners get rich, losers go to jail. The thing about drug money, it's easy to make, but now you gotta hide it in places so the feds can't take. And I know it come real fast in large amounts. You gotta save all the dope money in offshore accounts. You know the possibilities are limitless. You could be a millionaire if you're into this. Hey yo, I'm in it too deep. You can call me God. All I did was copy the format of the New York mob. Supply and demand, I make them connect, never a dollar short when I see my connect. Surrounded by goons that got no neck. Sherford in a Rolls Royce like Kaiser Soze. Yeah, Powerplay, we playing Monopoly, but our cash is real, we stacking dollar bills. If it's blood on the street, buy property, you won't fail. Winners get rich, losers go to jail. Yeah, Powerplay, we playing Monopoly, but our cash is real, we stacking dollar
If it's blood on the street, buy property won't fail. Winners get rich, losers go to jail. Once they cut and package, the drugs get sold. I'ma take the proceeds and buy blocks of gold. Check the exchange rate and buy foreign currency. Got the Smith & Wesson for those who wanna murder me. That's when I got the idea. Since I got a Smith & Wesson, why not buy stock in Smith & Wesson? Guns always sell, we need them for crime, but the stock doing numbers, cause it's wartime. Serial numbers filed off. Is it nickel or black? Is it public or private? Dow Jones or NASDAQ? Yo, I'm about to do some research so I can find out how to get paid every time a nigga pull his nine out. Yeah. Powerplay, we playing Monopoly, but our cash is real, we stacking dollar bills. If it's blood on the street, buy property won't fail. Winners get rich, losers go to jail. Yeah, Powerplay, we playing Monopoly, but our cash is real, we stacking dollar bills. If it's blood on the street, buy property won't fail. Winners get rich, losers go to jail.
You follow drugs, you get drug addicts and drug dealers. But you start to follow the money, and you don't know where the fuck it's gonna take you.
Like we always do about this time.
World better than me. Bring it to me, nigga. Twilight getting money till when it don't stop, it don't quit. Twilight G, he got the straight drop with so much drama in the DET. It's kinda hard being Twilight motherfucking G, but I somehow, someway keep coming with that straight drop gate like every single day. Yeah, I'm college educated, but I'm still a thug. Make my bones on Bentley, pushing them drugs, I got to get it. Can't live without the bread, man. If money was Oprah, then I'd be step man. Eat my money so neat, but life still ain't sweet. A life in the street brings plenty of heat. What? Jamie told me I could get in this shit and get out, but he ain't tell me about all the losses and all the drums. Moved in a chopper court and niggas broken in my house. Would've been better off if I just took another route. I am what I am, and what I'm not, I will not be. Santa Claus coming and he knows I've been naughty. Jamie and Zach in the bedroom kissing. M1 is so lame that he ain't worth dissing. When the cake get baked, I want twice the slice. When it's packaged and sold, I charge twice the price. I see that gold Cartier, but I want twice the ice. I'm twice as nice. You better pray to Jesus Christ. But everybody wanna be Tupac. If you really wanna feel them shoes, you gotta feel them shots. The only excuse for being in jail is being broke. The only excuse for being broke is being in jail. Wanted to be a player since I was 16 years old. Now this white girl from Waterford got my pockets on swole. I'm elated that I made it in a world where I made it. Popping bottles of champagne, let's celebrate the campaign. 100,000 in my pocket and I'm still sporting Dickies. I ain't a lollipop, but women still wanna lick me. I don't buy water and I don't buy pussy, cause they both come free. Oh gee, baby. Hey.
My father right there.
Oh, this is your father?
It's right here.
Richard Carter Jr. comes to Elmwood Cemetery about once a month to visit the grave of his father, the drug kingpin Maserati Rick, who ran a multi-million-dollar crack cocaine and heroin empire on Detroit's east side. Maserati Rick was known across the country for driving flashy cars, wearing the finest clothes, and the most expensive jewelry, even hanging out with celebrities. So it's ironic that he has such a plain-looking grave marker for a man who police say amassed millions of dollars. It's even more ironic when you consider that underneath this simple headstone is this, a $16,000 silver coffin built like a Mercedes-Benz, complete with spinning wheels. Maserati Rick had a legendary life, but he also had a legendary death. He was murdered here on the 3rd floor of this hospital that's now Sinai Grace, but 20 years ago when it happened, it was Mount Carmel Hospital. He was recovering here in room 307 after having been shot by a drug rival. And then they came back on September 12th, 1988 to finish off the job. No one had ever been murdered inside that hospital, so security measures changed forever at the medical center on Detroit's west side. In Detroit, Charles Pugh, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Detroit, huh? Last night I had a dream. What you dreaming about? I was seeing things as if I was Maserati Rick. Through his eyes, see the game, you know? Maserati vision, I see it so clear. My name ring in Detroit. Is it love or is it fear? Caught you paying attention to my ambitions as a rider. I see it clear through the rear view of a Maserati Spider. Maserati vision, I see it so clear. My name ring in Detroit. Is it love or is it fear? Caught you paying attention to my ambitions as a rider. I see it clear through the rear view of a Maserati Spider. Documentaries on the street life, yeah, they feature us. Me and my best friends Terrence, Reggie, and Demetrius. Before iPhones, before Big Meech, my name ranks supreme on them Detroit streets. It's a documented fact. I'm the trap star of trap stars. In 1977, started off stealing cars. The money came fast. I was really making ends. Stacked up enough bread to buy my first Beatz. I was only 18, but I had plenty green. City Slickers, Northland Mall, yeah, I was on the scene. Made my way into the dope game. Kilos of that cocaine, stacking money from the ceiling all the way down to the low man. Maserati vision, I see it so clear. My name brand in Detroit. Is it love or is it fear? Caught you paying attention to my ambitions as a rider. I see it clear through the rear view of a Maserati Spider. Maserati vision, I see it so clear. My name brand in Detroit. Is it love or is it fear? Caught you paying attention to my ambitions as a rider. I see it clear through the rear view of a Maserati Spider. All the sporting events, you know I got tickets and I share with my people. Break bread, let's kick 'em. I got a gold elephant head and it's flooded with ice. I buy what I want, no matter the price. I got mansions in the burbs and condos on the riverfront. I got car washes, hair salons, but they just fronts. Fronts for my real business. I move keys, 90% of the cocaine in Detroit. That's me, my nigga. Keep getting out of federal risk. We bout to sell the game up with accurate precision. The year is 85 and it's about to get live. Them other dudes, they failing, but me and my niggas, we thrive. Maserati vision, I see it so clear. My name brand in Detroit. Is it love or is it fear? Caught you paying attention to my ambitions as a rider. I see it clear through the rear view of a Maserati Spider. Maserati vision, I see it so clear. My name brand in Detroit. Is it love or is it fear? Caught you paying attention to my ambitions as a rider. I see it clear through the rear view of a Maserati Spider. Former thug, square up and join the police force. But the cops out, it's not enough, of course. I gotta move quick, and before they even blink, I done cashed out enough to buy whole precincts. Try and take something from me, it's gonna be a long day. I paid the rollers off and now they look the other way. I assembled me a crew known as the best friends. They handle the violence, I handle the business end. Murder for hire, I got plenty ends. And I whip a Maserati, fuck a Benz, and so many new friends. But I can only trust a few, and unawarely I'm trusting you. But if I only knew Maserati vision, I see it so clear. My name brand in Detroit. Is it love or is it fear? Caught you paying attention to my ambitions as a rider. I see it clear through the rear view of a Maserati Spider. Maserati vision, I see it so clear. My name brand in Detroit. Is it love or is it fear? Caught you paying attention to my ambitions as a rider. I see it clear through the rear view of a Maserati Spider. Cashed out 17 G's on a Mercedes-Benz casket. My gut feeling telling me I might get blasted. Live fast, die young, leave a pretty corpse. Tailor-made, flashy suit for my pretty corpse. There's no loyalty, no respect, it's only drama. Couldn't get me, so they shot at my son and my mom. But when you have so they can be your enemy tomorrow. Let's go at it, full force, no remorse and no sorrow. Caught me at my car wash on 7 Mile in Mansfield, but I'm not gonna run, bitch, I'm gonna stand still. I shot back, but I'm shot bleeding, didn't think that it was possible. Came back 2 days later and killed me in the hospital. Maserati vision, I see it so clear. My name rang in Detroit. Is it love or is it fear? Caught you paying attention to my ambitions as a rider. I see it clear through the rear view of a Maserati Spider. Maserati vision, I see it so clear. My name rang in Detroit. Is it love or is it fear? Caught you paying attention to my ambitions as a rider. I see it clear through the rear view of a Maserati Spider. Hell yeah, real talk. The game ain't for everybody, fuck that. The game ain't for nobody, nah. Let's stop this black on black violence, for real.
News of the shooting upset visitors who came to the hospital located at Outer Drive and Schaefer Road. They were banned from visiting patients on the 3rd floor for the rest of the night.
Anthony Joseph Zarelli is the man at the center of the FBI's latest search for Jimmy Hoffa.
Trump was a good man, a good friend.
Federal agents say the 85-year-old was once second in command of the mob in Detroit. Zarelli was in prison when Hoffa vanished in 1975 after going to meet with mafia members in Bloomfield Township. But Zarelli says he knows what happened to the former Teamsters president.
Mr. Hoffa was picked up and taken and buried alive.
At the scene of the search on Monday, Zarelli's representatives were passing out this manuscript, which is being sold on the new website, HoffaFound.com. It appears to be authored by Zarelli, and in it, he writes Hoffa was driven out to a farm that was once owned by suspected Detroit mob boss Jack Tocco. Once inside the old barn on Buell Road, Zarelli says Hoffa was hit over the head with a shovel. Zarelli told us there's absolutely no doubt that Hoffa is buried on the property in Oakland Township.
Big journey. Tourist women, I got them on my arm, even without the money, they can't resist the cancer charm. How real is that? How trill is that? You looking for me? You can find me where the skrill be at. It's all about the money, yeah, it's all about the money. I don't want no problems, I just want the money. Boss of all bosses, big shoes to fill. That's why Jamie hated me, cause I was too real. Fred saw me struggle, took me under his wing. Now I'm traveling out of town with these birds that don't sing. Underworld minutes, $500,000 for a phantom. Fake backstabbing niggas, I really can't stand them. Fuck a crack pipe, I don't wanna get high. I just wanna get the paper and toss it up in the sky. It don't take much to know, just look in my eye. Realest hustler in Detroit, yeah, I'm that guy. Luciano and Capone, the whole act. I'm a different type of gangster, a throwback, slanging Viking and Oxycontin and Prozac. And a big bankroll, I'm a fold that. Use a square, motherfucker, you don't know who you are. Make it rain, trying to prove how fly that you are. If that don't work, then you go and buy the bar, lay back and pop ecstasy, buy the jar. Y'all a mess, you niggas need to get off drugs, cause on the real, it's turning y'all to soft ass thugs. Put you to bed, cause all y'all niggas is tired, like a Lincoln Mark on 20-inch tires. Don't fake it, you make it, get the skrill and stay real. Build up your assets and minimize your bills. Get your money up, player, don't play ya, hey. My main business ain't dope, it's real estate. punch, you ain't got skills at all. You talk a whole lot of shit, but you ain't real at all. Rich dad secrets, yeah, you was my rich dad, till I found out you was a bitch and it made me mad. Jamie thought I would fall for the banana in the tailpipe, till I found out he was sucking on the crack pipe in his Lincoln Mark, driving slow down a one-way. What type of gangster gets out of jail on a Sunday? Your main boy thick and thin, I know you, you know me. Why you selling dope? Both of your parents is police. Can't get along, let's get it on, let's get it poppin', oh yeah. And by the way, tell that little nigga Josh, his mama one of my hoes, his daddy one of my foes. I hit the block with no less than 36 O's. A cold summer, the block is hot, but the dope got it froze. I'm still a rookie in the game, but I ball with the pros. Oh,
Working for you, The Edge at 11 starts.
She had the strong will enough to decide that one time enough was enough, and then she went to the police, and we got her out of that situation, and she's alive today.
A disgusting case of human trafficking right here in Metro Detroit. He called himself a pimp, but police say he was nothing but a monster. On the air tonight, police say that he preyed on young women, turning their dreams into a nightmare of sexual slavery. And as police closed in on him, he took the coward's way out instead of facing justice. Fox News' Andre Isom live now in Oak Park with the sad, sordid story. Andre.
Huel, a victim has come forward. She was scared, but she did the right thing. She was able to leave this man every few weeks to go visit her children, but she was told, she was threatened, that if she did not come back, if she did not return, he would kill her and he would kill her family, her children too. She believed him. She had every reason to believe him. But one day, she decided to take a chance. 45-year-old Mark Luke White of Southfield is accused of being, some might call, a con man, a Mac, a hustler.
These predators, and Mr. White was a predator, they actually go out there and they look for people that they know have some weakness and things that they can prey upon.
Well, investigators were on to White and his company called Sizzling Hot Inc. and White's business cards, offering women with Coca-Cola budgets the champagne life if they were independent, made their own decisions, and did not give in to peer pressure.
Maybe a week or so, that's how long that lasts, and then all of a sudden it flips over, and then, you know, the beatings begin, and the brainwashing begins, and you're locked into your room.
Cops call this man, also known as Jesse and Big, a known pimp, who served 3 years in prison for his flesh peddling, and he was likely on his way back behind bars to face some serious time. And that's not all. They say White's pandering is part of a criminal enterprise in Metro Detroit that looks to be one step closer to crumbling down.
Human trafficking is a very serious issue in the United States. I think a lot of people don't realize that Detroit has such a serious issue with human trafficking.
We're told one of White's victims went to Southfield police knowing it could cost her life, but cops say staying with White could have too. Police tell us he'd already beaten her and threatened to harm her loved ones.
I'll kill your family. I'll kill your children.
And forced her to have sex at his command.
She's being held against her will.
Southeast Michigan Crimes Against Children Task Force, which also investigates sex trafficking cases, made up of FBI, MSP, Wayne County Sheriff, Detroit, Roseville, Highland Park, and Southfield PD. That's the team who busted White before.
She was fortunate. She had the strong will enough to decide that one time enough was enough, and then she went to the police, and we got her out of that situation, and she's alive today.
The SimCAC Task Force obtained probable cause, a search warrant, and went to White's Southfield condo late Tuesday night. Knocked and announced their presence repeatedly.
This task force, particular one, had a key to one of the entrances.
But they still were not able to get inside, so then they busted down the door, secured the property. About 20 seconds later.
It was during this time that they were doing this process that they heard one gunshot come from the back of the house. That's when they found the deceased in the back bedroom.
Police say White had taken his own life, the gun still in his hand.
This could have went the other way. He could have decided that he was going to shoot it out with police instead of taking his own life and having the police do it for him, which is, you know, something that happens to us quite a bit. So we're fortunate ourselves that we didn't have any officers that were injured as well.
Inside his home, officers found some things they could not tell us, but this they could. Drugs, money, a safe, and all of the pictures you've seen throughout this story.
We want to make sure that when we go in there, we gain that type of evidence and we take them to trial, and that's where, you know, justice is served. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way.
Despite how this case ended, this investigation is not over. Police cannot share with us every single detail, but they believe there are more suspects and they believe there are more victims, and they're urging the victims to please come forward.
Say you ain't living until you fall. I lost friends, money, caught a case to stay strong through it all. The realer I get, man, the faker they get. But I refuse to switch up, not even a little that. Jamie thought he could rip me off for my dope sack till I burglarized his house and got all my money back. You can even ask Jamie, he'll tell you I'm real. And if he lie, I bring a drama like gangster visit. 19134 Bentley, that's where that nigga live. The night he got raided, we went into his crib. We took everything. I mean everything. Laptop, big screen, and we got away clean. All that shit.
A lot of rap is not real. Counterfeit, they are not ready for this arsenal I'm dealing with. Magnificent on the track, cause I'm diligent. Clever with the pronouns, your boy so brilliant. Flawless with the spit, your boy never hesitant. Ahead of state with the flow. President, they call me Beezo, nigga. Beyond relevant, you are not ready for this arsenal I'm dealing with. Automatic shots, I'm on my Freddy shit. Mike Myers in the booth, I'm on some killer shit. Solo dolo niggas, no partnership. Solo dolo niggas, no partnership.
Chase, you don't love me, you don't even love yourself. In the mirror, hoping you change to somebody else. You bat your blue eyes and blink and think you gon' talk me out some dick. Bitch, you pay me no attention, bitch, I ain't no trick. Bitch, you's a nothing ass, white trash, thieving ass bitch. Your money was too slow, that's why I ain't give you no dick. You gotta pay to play, and you gotta pay me at will. Cause bitch, you ain't half as pretty as $1,000 bill. I'm a real player, a real hustler, a real Mac. I'm about that paper stack. So real, I can't help it. It's the pimp in me. Too real, and it's simply crippling me.
not in it just to say I'm a dope dealer. I'm in it to profit out of it. I don't want to get rich. I just want to provide for my family.
Bus route were involved in this thing, and it wasn't just drugs the officers found when they executed more than 10 search warrants on Detroit's east side.
They followed riders from towns along that route into Detroit where they got the goods. Then they took the bus back home. Local 4's Bora Kim is live tonight with more on how this all played out. Hi, Bora.
Hi, BC. Well, officers began noticing this trend just a few weeks ago, that suburbanites hopping on the Gratiot bus line that you see right behind me here in Roseville and other suburban cities, then getting off in these neighborhoods on the east side. Well, it turns out that joining them for the ride, undercover cops who this week started putting the brakes on the Heroin Express. What you're looking at is police video of a number of arrests made this week, mostly of teenagers and young adults from the suburbs. All are among the 70 arrested so far as part of a major multi-jurisdictional crackdown along the Gratiot bus line, dubbed the Heroin Express.
There are a number of heroin addicts coming into the city of Detroit to buy drugs. I don't want them. Nobody in the city of Detroit wants them. All of the suburbs know that these are people who commit crimes both in Detroit and in the suburbs in order to get the money to come into Detroit to buy the heroin in the first place.
Drug users are leaving their cars at home, or as you see here, parking it near the Macomb Mall bus stop to avoid the legal headaches of con. Drug possession is a felony in the suburbs, but in Wayne County, due to the high volume of drug cases, it's a civil infraction. Individuals whose vehicles is seized in Detroit as part of a drug deal must pay big bucks to recover it. But following these addicts from the bus stop to the drug house is already paying off for authorities.
We believe this is the north end supplier to our 560 bus problem. There is a south end supplier on that bus route that we're working diligently on right now, and hopefully we'll have him in custody as well within the next week.
So, along with having a major east side drug dealer off the streets, we have been told that more arrests are still underway, so we do expect more arrests to come. Also, in light of this investigation, we received a statement from Smart Bus stating that they are cooperating with authorities and that the buses still remain a drug-free zone, and even medical marijuana is not allowed on the bus. Back to you.
So, Bora, I have to ask, if the drugs aren't actually being sold on those buses, how did the officers pick up on the trend?
Well, BC, it's a known fact that more than 50% of those arrested for drugs here in the city of Detroit are not actually from Detroit. They're from out of town. And so initially, the Eastern District officers in that Eastern precinct noticed just a lot of visitors in these predominantly black neighborhoods while on patrol. And so a little investigation revealed how exactly they're arriving to Detroit.
You a pill-popping animal, I'm a pill-slinging cannibal. Devour your whole soul, dope fiends call me Hannibal. You a stick-up kid? But I bet you won't stick me, cause I'm in the suburbs with them 750 Vickies, Kush trees and DVDs. Yeah, that's how niggas started, but I'm a gangster cold-hearted, sick, dumb, and retarded. This is more than words, this is more than rap, you just talk about it. Twilight is the trap, the strap in my lap, it got a silencer on it. Once it start letting off, nigga, I know you don't want it. Started off with an ounce, turned that into a bird. Re-up on the first and again on the third. Trap a dot, Glock clapping, wow. Put his paper, stay awake, no napping. Got no lights, no cameras, but a whole lot of action. Crew full of killer dealers, you don't want it with my faction. Talking about this game, it gives me a thrill. A whole lot of action, it's way too real. Put him on the stand, I bet he gon' squeal. But I got Blake writing, I ain't taking no deal. A street soap opera, as the dope turns, it's all drama. Drugs and drug money being found by my mama, huh?
State calls Omar Little, Your Honor.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Surely do.
State your name for the record.
Omar Devon Little.
Mr. Little, how old are you?
About 29, be about.
And where do you live?
No place in particular, ma'am.
You're homeless?
And the wind, so to speak.
And what is your occupation?
Occupation?
What exactly do you do for a living, Mr. Little?
I rip and run. I rob drug dealers.
And exactly how long has this been your occupation, Mr. Little?
I've been to the say maybe about 8 or 9 years.
Mr. Little, how does a man rob drug dealers for 8 or 9 years and live to tell about it?
Day to time, I suppose.
Johnny Juliano,
He's a big dope man, but the nigga's a bitch. Got $1 million bond, now he bout to snitch. His big brother Eric told on Cuz beat the case, but Eric's still locked up. Oh, ain't that something? No, ain't that nothing. You in a tight spot and now your gums get to bumping. I'm a renegade, outlaw, fuck y'all niggas. Stomp niggas out like Q's and Sigmas. Smooth like a capper. Yes, I'm a trapper with enough shooters on the payroll to clap ya. You piss me off, so fuck all y'all. A big A for hard and an ounce of raw. Who want what? I'll front you a zip. 3 houses, 2 cars, and I'm just 26. I don't fuck with that nigga, they got him under surveillance. Yeah, he got more money, but my swag made him jealous. I wanted to sell dope, so I took a semester off. Should've said no to drugs, I would've been better off. I don't use hard drugs, but I do sell. Too big for my britches, then I wound up in jail. The dope game hasn't been very nice to me. Fake vice playing nice, steady watching me. If the 8-ball and the kilo cost the same, it's mostly whip or shaking, not a drop of cane. Squares can't run game on me, cause I done seen it all. Girls fiending so bad that they let their panties fall. Think about it. Teeth rotted, hair gone, whole checks get blown. Bitch, why you snitch and plot on me? Police cuffed me, then took a knot off me. A real trap star in the back of a squad car on my way to the county. Nothing fake about me.
Plus, I got a lot of money. Got this rap shit locked up, niggas dummies. Broke ass niggas ain't got nothing for me. The money in my face, shit, I ain't got no worries. My flow so hot, I need a fucking walking ashtray. Haters playing defense, that's why the fuck I fade away. New nigga, but I got the swag of a veteran. All these bright lights like I overpaid Edison. Every rap nigga in this game, I'm better than. I'm getting comfortable, nigga, it's time to settle in. Vacation taken, 2 model dating. Leo lot vacant, legend like Troy Aikman. I'm so incredible, my clique is so fly. Shit, we so fly, it ain't no room for the sky. Y'all niggas stand still while my killers float by. Nigga, don't try, cause this money make me high. Goodbye.
the sword, the gun, or the knife. Nobody made me do it. I chose this life, so I gotta do it right in this game of cocaine. Full speed ahead, life in the fast lane. Live by the sword, the gun, or the knife. Nobody made me do it. I chose this life, so I gotta do it right in this game of cocaine. Full speed ahead, life in the fast lane.
Just cause we both black, that don't make you my brother. You kill me in cold blood, no one to cry but my mother. So I'm like, fuck your life. Smile in my face and try to fuck my wife to survive the dope game. You gotta be a fake ass nigga, stab in the back, smile in the face ass nigga. And I adapted. Nah, it wasn't an easy task, but now I'm in this life with a gun and ski mask. Crest kid smile, that'll fake you out. Put a contract on your head and then take you out. Tried to play me out my cash, and I had to check. Nigga, you lied to my face, so no, I don't respect you. It took me a minute to catch on, but now I get it. What's yours is yours, and what's mine, you want to split it? The okie doke, I ain't gon' fall for that. Throw a party in your honor, bash your brains with a bat. Live by the sword, the gun, or the knife. Nobody made me do it. I chose this life, so I gotta do it right in this game of cocaine. Full speed ahead, life in the fast lane. Live by the sword, the gun, or the knife. Nobody made me do it. I chose this life, so I gotta do it right in this game of cocaine. Full speed ahead, life in the fast lane. Get a little paper, and these niggas resent you. I learned that shit on 7 Mile and Bentley. I was 25, going on 26. I sat in the kitchen while Jamie cooked up bricks. He didn't do it all at once, he did it zone by zone. He served weight, he served pieces, and the fiends got blown. Started me off with a half track, then it was an 8-ball, then it was a half a zone. Never home, always gon' cut out the middleman. Now I'm getting dope cheaper. How I wind up in the streets, yo. My mom was a teacher, I knew he plotting on me. Try to take my life, pat me on the back, looking for a soft spot for the knife. But fuck doing it the right way, I won't mind the fast way. I keep my mouth shut, so nigga, listen to what my cash say. Fuck where you been, it's all about where I've been. Dope spot, straight drop, gunshots and siren. Live by the sword, the gun, or the knife. Nobody made me do it. I chose this life, so I gotta do it right in this game of cocaine. Full speed ahead, life in the fast lane. Live by the sword, the gun, or the knife. Nobody made me do it. I chose this life, so I gotta do it right in this game of cocaine. Full speed ahead, life in the fast lane. Want me to sit patiently while you put another nigga on? But I was twerking first. What type of drugs you on? That coke you snorting, starting to fuck with your brain. And since we on the subject, don't you sell cocaine? I know you heard it before. That's commandment number 4. Don't get high on your own supply. You thought I was stupid, tried to take what's mine. So I sent my niggas to rap your trap off of 7 Mile and Woodbine. Things got complicated, situation got sticky. Pistol whipped M1, and then they shot Mickey. Mickey's my dude, I ain't want him to get hurt, yo. But he got in the way, it was business, not personal. Gangster Twilight Jesus, same thing. Dropped out of college cause I wanted to slang king. I don't tell lies like Plies and Rick Ross. I made a bad decision and I had to take a loss. Live by the sword, the gun, or the knife. Nobody made me do it. I chose this life, so I gotta do it right in this game of cocaine. Full speed ahead, life in the fast lane. Live by the sword, the gun, or the knife. Nobody made me do it. I chose this life, so I gotta do it right in this game of cocaine. Full speed ahead, life in the fast lane. Live by the sword, the gun, or the knife. Nobody made me do it. I chose this life, so I gotta do it right in this game of cocaine. Full speed ahead, life in the fast lane. Live by the sword, the gun, or the knife. Nobody made me do it. I chose this life, so I gotta do it right in this game of cocaine. Full speed ahead, life in the fast lane.
man. Them niggas around the corner tripped out, man. Where my fuck that, man? Where my strap? Fuck that shit, man.
Let's go.
Them niggas
I'll take my car. Come on. Fuck that, man. Oh, fuck that. We finna let these niggas have it.
Just pull up. Just pull up.
Get your shit ready, nigga. Damn. These niggas right here?
Yep, that's the niggas right there.
Get ready. I'm finna let these niggas. What's up, punk?
Welcome to the motherfucking DET, where we famous for making cars and shit, and flashy ass trap stars and shit. New Jack City was based on niggas from here, taking over projects, everybody in fear. Reagan declared YBI public enemy #1. But guess what? Them days is done. Detroit niggas wanna be like niggas in Compton, screaming Pyru love but never lived in Bompton. Niggas seen boys in the hood a couple times, watch Dope Boy drive by and they press rewind. Now they think they can survive when a real rollin' 60 run up on them with an MP9. Bullying niggas in school, Northern Redford and Central, but couldn't survive, drop them off in South Central. They copycats, they not Bloods and Crips, predictable like an actor with another script. Popping pills and sipping lean. How the fuck you tryna sag in some skinny jeans? They don't wear Pistons and lines, they rock Raiders and Dodgers. It's a jungle in the city, but no two Rogers. Young niggas is determined to make their families more. Get a girl pregnant, get cut before the baby is born. What happened to the Max Julians, Adidas, and top hats? Y'all niggas in Detroit with some fucking copycats. Now Detroit. He thinks he's a gangster, although he's nothing like Doughboy. He's more like Jody, pitchforks and canes. You 5 and 6'd up, studying Chicago lit, man, you all mixed up. Young niggas, they got no game. Drive-by shootings, they got no aim. Shooting motherfuckers cause they wear the wrong clothes. Hit old people and kids cause they shoot like hoes. Faker than Don Cheadle and colors playing Rocky. You so gangster, why your flag in the wrong pocket? It makes me laugh, y'all some motherfucking rookies. A bunch of mama's boys who wanna be stinky. Just because you sport a flag and some khakis, just stopped your first airborne and you think you can out-trap me. Trying to be like Compton, y'all dying to die. Detroit was safer in the days of YB. Now Detroit. Yeah, y'all, Detroit. And you know that inkster. Yeah. Flame.
Yo, cuz, either they don't know, don't show, or don't care about what's going on in the hood.
Johnny Juliano.
Gangster, tell me how you do it. It seems so simple, like there was nothing to it. Driving fancy cars, sipping expensive fluid. Detroit hustlers, yeah, they be true. Gangster, tell me how you do it. It seems so simple, like there was nothing to it. Driving fancy cars, sipping expensive fluid. Detroit hustlers, yeah, they be truest. Gangster, tell me how you do it. It seems so simple, like there was nothing to it. Driving fancy cars, sipping expensive fluid. Detroit hustlers, yeah, they be the truest. Half a brick, half a pound. Twilight G, the talk of the town. Shit, you wish you could re-up with half a brick, but you just lost 10,000 on 4, 5, 6. Fuck red bones, I like mine darker. My enemies should blow their brains out just like Dean Parker. Versace suits, tailor-made, Marigata's from Italy. To the law enforcement, I'm a disease, they can't get rid of me. Who got the best product? I'm the first choice, I'm about Culpepper. Another Rolls Royce, why not? 12 counts are not guilty. I'm about to be rich and I mean stinking filthy. The dope game, the underworld, whatever you call her, she my favorite girl. She picked me up when I had nothing. put me on top and gave me something. In 2007, I was broke, putting shit on layaway. Now I rock Jordans, top 10s, and Cartier. You ain't want me when I was broke, but now you in my rear view. Oh, now you screaming my name, but I can't hear you. Gangster, gangster, tell me how you do it. It seems so simple, like there was nothing to it. Driving fancy cars, sipping expensive fluid. Detroit hustlers, yeah, they be the truest. Gangster, gangster, tell me how you do it. It seems so simple, like there was nothing to it. Driving fancy cars, sipping expensive fluid. Detroit hustlers, yeah, they be trying to get money, money, money like the Chambers brothers. Gotta watch my ass, cause the streets is a mother. Showboat at the auto show, smacking niggas. Catch him slipping on the freeway, click, clack, tricks. Dino had a rep for ripping niggas off. They found him dead with his head damn near ripped off. 18, YBI, yeah, he was a killer. At Maserati Rick funeral, robbing drug dealers. I want big money, fuck under the mattress money. That politic embezzlement, Kwame Kilpatrick money. That fleshly minute crispy, new bank money. That 7-mile schoolcraft tank and stank money. I thought you was jealous of the women and cars, but you just mad cause your dope ain't as good as ours. Cause the fiends nod off in our spots for hours. Cause the cash pile high in the sky like towers. Gangster, gangster, tell me how you do it. It seems so simple, like there was nothing to it. Driving fancy cars, sipping expensive fluid. Detroit hustlers, yeah, they be the truest. Gangster, gangster, tell me how you do it. It seems so simple, like there was nothing to it. Driving fancy cars, sipping expensive fluid. Detroit hustlers, yeah, they be the truest. Jamie, I can see the coke in your nose, the bitch in your eyes. I know it's all a disguise. You had Fat Rat, 40, Rob, M2, except for M1. Your whole squad was harder than you. All that coke up your nose, you goddamn jerk. Jamara told me that your dick don't work. Same blood, same heart. Jamie gon' tell, keeps getting caught with dope, but he never goes to jail. Fuck the 20s on your mark. Fuck your dope bag, yeah, you got more money, but I got more swag. You smiled in my face, acted so friendly, walked away with hate and a heart full of envy. It all started with a ball, then I brought joy to my world, selling hard drugs and living with a call girl. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. One false move could fuck up your rep.
A gruesome scene on Detroit's east side. A passenger in a car shoots the driver, then the car hits a pedestrian. And as you can see in this cell phone video, witnesses who saw the whole thing unfold don't rush to help the victims. Instead, they try to steal their belongings. Now, this case is far from closed.
Fox News' Mario Liu reports both victims are in bad shape tonight and the shooter is on the run.
The accident came to a stop right here at a field near Gratiot and Seneca, but what's worse is what happened after the accident. The victim was robbed by witnesses to the crash while he was still unconscious in the front seat.
He was just sitting there bloody, like he had no compassion. Like I said, don't nobody touch him.
What you're watching is despicable behavior. Witnesses to a brutal crash on Detroit's east side, robbing the wounded driver. Not everyone in this video is a thief. Some people called 911 for help, but others just helped themselves.
This guy came up to him and just like started patting his pockets and stuff and shaking him, and then like robbed him. He probably stole like $7,000 to $10,000 from him, a cell phone, like a brand new Rolex, and like he stole his gun too and just walked off.
Police say the driver of this BMW was shot in the head by his passenger.
So he shot him and rolled out the car like some movie star scene stuff, and then got to running.
The driver lost control and hit a 56-year-old man walking nearby. Both victims laid here suffering while a growing crowd did little to help.
It's just grimy. It show you like what the city that came to now, like how the climate is in the city.
The driver and the pedestrian are at Henry Ford Hospital in critical condition. The passenger is still on the loose. On Detroit's east side, I'm Mario Liu, Fox 2 News.
Without you, baby, I feel worthless. I'm living on the edge.
You know you're everything I do. Oh yeah.
talk about YBI, best friends, Adidas crew. Nigga who? Pony Down, Chambers Brothers, Earl Flynn, The Wrecking Crew, Curry Brothers, Black Killers, School Crab Boys was major dealers. Maserati Rick was stacking ends, his casket, a Mercedes Benz, tank and stank, shooting it out. Niggas wanna know what that's about. Dino, the 18, killing motherfuckers to make cream. Dope and cash, all of it. Even Judge Mathis was a part of it. The Brewsters, the Jeffries, the Hermgardens, drummer started. Butch Jones putting niggas on. Beef with him and you dead and gone. BJ and Larry, the real Nino G Money. Hey, all hustlers and they all rep the same thing. Life of cash, life flash, city of Detroit, man.
As long as niggas is feeling it, a nigga like me can hustle it. That's my gift in life, eh? You know?
If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. That's my gift in life, baby. I'm a hustler. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. That's my gift in life, baby. I'm a hustler. If you's a street nigga, I might show you love, but never let you in my house or introduce you to my blood. My shooter got a big Glock, my life's in a Ziploc. Might lose my mind if I couldn't push these whip rocks. I don't fuck with Jamie, that nigga's a bitch. And his brother Eric in the pen, that nigga's a snitch. Weed, coke, heroin, so much to juggle. In the Cancer/Virgo, power struggle. But shorty, my money low and I'ma get it. In my top 10 Adidas and my new era fitted. In my trap pushing hard and soft wide. Money machines going all night. Yeah, you know me, Twilight or G child. Zigzags and wood tip, black and mild. Guilty conscience, this life I lead is so damn crooked. But I knew the job was dangerous when I took it. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. That's my gift in life, baby. I'm a hustler. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. That's my gift in life, baby. I'm a hustler.
Yeah, I'ma hustle to the death of me. And I'm on the roof, sniffing niggas like Wesley. Flow cold, bitch, call me Wayne Gretzky. The gun so tall, I named it Lisa Leslie. Yeah, where I'm from, you ain't survive unless you grind packs. You either bar, sell weed, trap, or rhyme raps. In my hood, they'll rob you for a dime sack. Fuck battle rapping, get shot for the wrong raps. Real nigga in this bitch, no faking. I'll pull a chopper out and get this bitch breathtaking. Can't breathe, nigga, cause I be stacking up bread like the bank do. And all my fucking haters, I would really like to thank. Thanks a lot, but deep down, I would really like to shank you. Get money, nigga, and yeah, I mean all day. Snitch niggas be singing like Broadway. Niggas got a few dollars on them, that's small pay.
If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. That's my gift in life, baby. I'm a hustler. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. If niggas is feeling it, I can hustle it. That's my gift in life, baby. I'm a hustler.
What? The fuck you laughing at, B?
You, man. Funny, man. You a hustling motherfucker, man. For real, baby. You fucking killing me, man.
Come on, you know me, baby.
Street dreams are made of these. Niggas push famous 300 E's. A drug dealer's destiny's reaching a king. Everybody is looking for something.
Every ghetto in America got their own hood stars, but in Detroit, Maserati Rick happens to be ours. Rick got killed, Big Ed got knocked. It was a power factory. Everybody want the top spot. Rick's brother Clyde went to war with best friends. Played the hand that he was dealt, but no, he ain't win. On the net near Chalmers, he lost his lives. They killed his girl too. That's a hell of a prize. Killing after killing situations be hostile relationships in the drug world are extremely volatile. Holloway went missing, faked his own kidnapping. After Rick got killed, it was a lot of gun clapping. Someone wanted him dead, so they gave the order. Hit him 2 blocks away from police headquarters in broad day at the Broadway with 17,000 cash shot in the back of his head. A close range blast. The game is the game. Only the faces and places change. And no matter what you do, you'll be hated by many, but loved by few.
Niggas is on the match, and we out here chasing cash, living violence, keeping it balanced. Ways of hoes, miles away, we get this done, but we don't handle it. I said we don't handle it.
Before Doughboy cash out and Team Eastside, best friends had Benzes and bad bitches body side. Who had the flashiest car? They was all big body. We got tired of competing and bought a Maserati. Jeezy might be my favorite rapper's favorite rapper, but Maserati Rick my favorite trapper's favorite trapper. Gazelles back then, they wasn't rocking carts, buying out the bar, nothing like a gangster party. Money, power, spread the streets would never doubt. If Donald Goins was alive, he would've wrote about him. Cause we all doing wrong in Detroit where the green is long. But as for me, my nigga, I'm breaking down big. You wanna know my story, but I don't know where to begin. Won't let Jamie tell it for me, cause he's not my friend. Try to be Maserati Rick, but those are big shoes to fit. It ain't safe to be a boss, and I almost got killed. Personal grudges override business interests. Niggas that take everything you got and still demand interest. Trusted friends become enemies when it comes to bread. Me and Jamie almost became the new Rick and Ed. Oh yeah.
Extreme was right about this shit, man. That nigga was right. Fuck this fucking war, all this beef over a couple of fucking corners.
My niggas is on the match, and we out here chasing cash, living violence, but keeping the balance. Oh, these girls, players and hoes, somehow, some way we'll get this dough. We gon' handle it. I said we gon' handle it.
Live the life, leave the life, ain't no big thing. Used to talk that shit all the time and he believed it, you know what I'm saying? The thing is, you only got to fuck up once. Be a little slow, be a little late, just once. And how you ain't gonna never be slow, never be late? You can't plan for no shit like this, man. It's life.
Everything is time, money right. Everybody wanna be by my side. Show you right. It's a good life, a good life. I'm living a good life, a good life. Everything is time, money right. Everybody wanna be by my side. Show you right. It's a good life, a good life.
Detroit ain't safe if you ain't seasoned. Triggers be squeezing. Man, these niggas is heathens. So I trust no one except my cash in my hand. Get money, get retired, and move to Atlanta and get a great big house that sits on the hill. What it hit for? 4 or 5 million. Woo! That ain't shit to a boss when he bossing up in the mirror with the money like gold. Watch me toss it up and watch it fall down in slow-mo. A life of extravagance, I'm not in poverty no more. Break out the champagne at the end of my fiscal. Roll kush blunts and mine and crystals. Every Sunday afternoon I'ma throw a pool party. Trading my top 10 in Dickies for Versace and Cavalli. I apologize sincerely to the people I exploit, but I do what I must to scatter the ghettos of Detroit.
Living the good life, the good life. Everything everything is tight, money right. Everybody wanna be by my side. Show you right. It's a good life, a good life. I'm living a good life, a good life. Everything is tight, money right. Everybody wanna be by my side. Show you right. It's a good life, a good life. Lemonade from lemon, extraordinary from average. I turn TrapLife into a lifestyle of lavish. It's the good life, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. I come a long way from the Chapel Court apartments. Candle mine, I handle mine as if it was Monopoly. I won the game, even though my connect was sabotaging me. Insulate myself with money, now I feel invincible. But the money knows nothing. Shit without principle. Think those closest to you be the ones that hurt you. So I keep a tight circle and I don't trust burglars. Hate it, but emulate it. I got expensive taste. My woman is thick with a real small waist. A beautiful woman, a beautiful home. Used to be a nobody, but now I'm bigger than Capone. It's been a long and painful journey, but now I break bread with accountants and attorneys. I'm living the good life, the good life. Everything is tight, money right. Everybody wanna be by my side. Show you right. It's a good life, a good life. I'm living a good life, a good life. Everything is tight, money right. Everybody wanna be by my side. Show you right. It's a good life, a good life.
I don't be mean to snack crap over here. I mean, they gonna be talking about gold like they used to talk about Jesus. Hey, man. And I'm gonna get the hottest bitches I can find with a whole boatload of money. And then I'm gonna get myself some fine looking vines and a great looking ride. And then I'm just gonna stir it all up.
I'm living the good life, the good life. Everything is tight, money right. Everybody wanna be by my side. Show you right. It's a good life, a good life. I'm living a good life, a good life. Everything is tight, money right. Everybody wanna be by my side. Show you right. It's a good life.